What's going on, guys? This your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. So it looked like Caitlin Clark is opening up about the Fever defense and pretty much her style of defense moving forward. Now, we know the Indiana Fever is pretty much a defensive-based team. Stephanie White focused heavily on the defense last year, and hopefully we get a 2026 season, man. There really just has not been any leg room with this CBA negotiations. Now, Caitlin Clark has been making her rounds online as well, making headlines after saying different things about current events that has been happening. And this is what I like to see from Caitlin, man. I really like to see her online engaging with fans, engaging with other athletes, because it really helped the genre and really keep her hype alive. We know lately, previously, she was kind of quiet online, but like, for example, the national championship football game is today, and Caitlin Clark commented and reposted a TikTok about Indiana wide receiver Elijah, who revealed he named his dog CC after Caitlin Clark, showing love and support for the Indiana Hoosiers this upcoming night, which is today. So this is the post here. Indiana fans may not like it. She's named after CC. Now, Caitlin Clark, we all know, went to Iowa, and Iowa been killing it right now in women's basketball, but she's starting to show love, man. Indiana is really starting to grow on her. She said, hope he scores 3 touchdowns Monday night. Big Indiana fan Monday night. So Caitlin Clark let the world know she's going to be a big Indiana fan this upcoming Monday night. So this is the dog right here, CC, and I think it's dope. I think it's dope that they're working together. I think it's dope that Caitlin Clark is actually acknowledging the Indiana college football team. Now, she did speak about the Bears, which is crazy because I'm actually in Chicago right now, and it was crazy out here last night, and it was freezing. Now, the Bears played last night, and they had magnificent game, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. She stated the Bears are insane, and that was because of the fourth quarter throw that Kayla Williams threw, and many people were saying that's probably one of the best throws in NFL history. I wouldn't go on to say all that, but it's definitely top 5, bro. What he was able to do was just simply remarkable. I reacted to that on my other channel, John the Liquidator 2.0. But now we got to get into the gust of this video, and it is Caitlin Clark joking about defensive focus for the Fever coach. So basically, it looked like Caitlin Clark could be calling out Stephanie White. Man, Caitlin Clark has joked about one of her Indiana Fever coaches' emphasis on defense, bruh. It's stated it's hard to poke holes in Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark game. Despite being just 23 years old, she is one of the most talented offensive weapons in all of basketball, men's or women. I repeat, that is men's or women's. When she's healthy and able to compete. Now, we do know Caitlin Clark went down in July, and we have not seen Caitlin Clark on a basketball court since July, bro. I just gotta be honest. Now, a lot of people have definitely been feeling a type of way about that, dealing with these negotiations, dealing with us possibly seeing Caitlin Clark. Will we see her? A lot of fans have invested their life into this young lady. Even me, you know what I'm saying, just reporting on her every day. It'll just be doing us a disservice if Caitlin Clark is not able to play for the 2026 season. But the article goes on to say the problem was Clark couldn't keep healthy during the Fever's 2025 season, as she was limited to just 13 games because of various soft tissue injuries. But this unfortunate season is now in the rear view, as number 22 is back to full strength ahead of the third WNBA season in 2026. Caitlin Clark is perhaps best known for her sharpshooting ability, particularly her logo 3, and pretty much the way she uses her mid-range game and the way she could toss the basketball around coming off assists. Now, however, this is not to say that Caitlin Clark is the perfect basketball player. She sometimes forces things that aren't there. Now, if you guys don't remember, Caitlin Clark was leading the WNBA in turnovers for quite some period of time. I believe Skip Bayless actually talked about this before before Undisputed was pulled off the air, how her turnovers was pretty much costly to the team. I remember we talked about this when I was on Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock was another person in the media space that kind of spoke about Caitlin Clark turnovers being an issue. Goes on to say, isn't a developed with her left hand and isn't known for being a good defender. Now, there are critics that have called out Caitlin Clark defense. We all could agree on that. The article goes on to say, in fact, Clark has gotten some criticism from fans about being a loaf on defense in the past, which has led to her falling asleep at the end and allowing easy buckets. Most superstar players, besides like Kobe and Michael Jordan, typically don't play defense, man. Sometimes LeBron, you will see him running down the court beating balls off the hoop, but he loafs too, bro. It's just part of the game when you got offensive players like that. Steph Curry really ain't a big defender either. Goes on to say, it seems that she doesn't emphasize this component of her game, and this is surely to the charging of Briann January. Now, Briann January, a lot of people thought that she possibly was going to be leaving to potentially get a head coaching job with either the Tempo or one of these other franchises that let go of head coaches, but unfortunately her name was not pulled out of the head coaching pool. So she will remain with the Indiana Fever as an assistant coach for the 2026 season as of right now. Now, I'm not saying that she will be here through the duration of the season, but things can change before the season even start. She's been a long time assistant coach, and a lot of people like her, man. Then the article goes on to say, and she was a 7-time WNBA All Defensive Player honoree. And Caitlin Clark quick says it all about Fever's coaching focus. On January 16th, the WNBA Instagram account posted clips of Briann January working with young players. The post caption, growing the game across the globe. Former WNBA player and current Indiana Fever assistant coach Briann January posted this picture. Now, I believe Caitlin Clark said something about this picture. Clark reposted this on her Instagram shortly afterward and added the caption, I know she had these poor kids just repping defensive slides for hours. So as you guys can see here, Caitlin Clark commented up on it. Well, shared this post here, which I think is pretty dope that she's actually talking about defense and definitely talking about the Indiana Fever getting ready for the 2026 season. Now, something else that has been causing attention is a viral TikTok clip of a gentleman pretty much speaking about Caitlin Clark offense. Let's head on over to Twitter and pull this clip right here up, man. Shout out to Mike. He stated there is no offensive system superior than the basketball in Caitlin Clark hand. That's why they ran, read, and react to Iowa. Also, the majority of half-court offenses should start with the screen and roll as their primary action with several options for secondary. Let's take a listen to this clip that he is captioning this off of here real quick if I can get this pulled up. Let's pull it up and let's listen. It's loading right now. Come on, man. Play. Let me cut the sound off.
Watch. Wait to get to the three-point line. Look, she's just bringing the ball up the floor, waiting for that second defender to get to the three-point line. Because now what? Now if she turns the corner right here, those two teammates are going to end up screening each other. This is incredible. Look at this. If she turns the corner, look, wait till she's at the three-point line. Now I can turn the corner. I just created a screen. The two teammates of the Sun just screened themselves because Caitlin Clark waited for her to get to the three-point line, run into each other, and now it's just right to the cup. That is next level IQ. The passing is just on another level. The Sun are going to switch this, but the defender's going to switch over the top. Look at this angle that Caitlin Clark creates on this pass. So Aaliyah Boston's got a half a step right here, rolling off the pick and roll. Look at Caitlin Clark, though, create her own angle right here. She's got to get this ball away from that defender right there and perfectly lead Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston's got about a quarter step. Look at Caitlin Clark create this angle by making that pass, perfectly leading her right to the rim. That is unreal. Transition, Caitlin is the highest basketball IQ in basketball, WNBA or NBA. Watch this. Look at how she waits.
In the comment section right now, let me know y'all thoughts about this. Keep them bills on. I will be back with more content, and until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, bro. Peace out.